Hi, this is Joe Papanon, and today I want to go over with you guys the New York City Comic Con exclusives because it's coming up on us, and it's nice to know where you actually want to go to find the figures that you're looking for. And Funko is not releasing them officially until um, right at the con, and I think that's a little late. I like to know at least a few days in advance, and I like how they did last for San Diego Comic Con, where they told you when the figure came out, told you where to get it. I don't know how come they can't do that this time, but they're not. And so they're waiting till the day of the convention to pretty much tell you, okay, you want these, run. And so a lot of the stores have leaked. People from the companies and stuff have slowly taken pictures and leaked that they're having the figures. And so I want to go over with you guys today where you can find them. So today I'm going to start with Amazon. They did pop up online once apparently already, but they will pop up again. Very few sell for some reason as like a pre-order. It's excuse me. It's a very strange practice that they do. But the two that they have this year are Iron Man with the gauntlet and the Toy Story dummy. They're both pretty cool. Toy Story is always big, and Iron Man with the gauntlet is going to be great. So one of the ones I'm really looking forward to. Hoping to grab that one. Then we got Barnes & Noble. Let's head to next. They have some pretty good ones this year. Let's start off with Donald Duck as the firefighter. That one's pretty cool. I like it. I think it's a good design. I like the old throwback to the old cartoons. Then they have Filch from Harry Potter. I love them. I think they should have done this one a long time ago. So glad they're finally doing them. He's just a great figure. I'm so sorry. He's such a great figure. And I'm glad that he's going to be at Barnes & Noble. They're usually, at least for the last few conventions, they have had lots of them at the stores. And their online has gotten a lot better. So definitely trying to get him. Then they have the Green Hornet 2-pack, which is really cool. I really like it. I didn't really watch the Green Hornet, but I like it that this is now like the fourth time they're releasing these guys. But you know what? Lots of people weren't able to get them. And that's awesome that the people are actually going to be able to try to get their hands on them in another way. They're also going to get the Game of Thrones character. Sorry, I'm not a Game of Thrones fan, so if I mispronounce her name, please don't hate me. Miss Andy? She looks pretty cool. Great design. I love her hair. But really not a Game of Thrones person, but I'm glad that she's going to be with Barnes & Noble since she'll be a little bit easier to get. They're one of the retailers that I find that are pretty nice, at least in recent years. They used to be pulling your hair out a little bit ago. And then they're getting one of the artists, which is pretty awesome that they're doing it. They're doing Keith Haring's is the artist they're getting. They have a lot of art stuff there, so I think it's really nice that they're getting one of the art pops. Let's move on to one of the next locations. But right now, BoxLunch is only getting the Up box, the house in, what is it, Poptown. That's it. Thank you. Is the Poptown. It looks pretty good. I really like it. I think it's the first Poptown that really is kind of spot on to what it, kind of their idea. Because some of the other places, besides SpongeBob is actually quite good. The Pop Towns are a little, at least for me, not exactly what I would want. But here we go. Let's move on to another one. We got Walgreens. Walgreens is getting the male version of Captain Marvel. What is his name? Excuse me 1 second. Captain Marvel. I never read him in the comics. I started with Captain Marvel. I like her, but I do know the kind of backstory around him. But he was one he's a blank spot in my Marvel knowledge. Then we have Bam, which is getting the Edgar Allan Poe with the book. They're also going to get him as a normal exclusive with the Raven. Excuse me. I prefer the Raven, to be honest. and I'm not always a big fan of having the same exact figure with one thing different. But the book is pretty amazing, especially if you're an Edgar Allan Poe fan. He's an iconic figure, and I think a lot of people are going to like this one, especially since there's not many writers they have as figures. So here, where do we want to head next? Let's go to GameStop. GameStop has a pretty hefty lineup this time. Let's start off with my favorite for theirs is Stain. They're getting Stain from My Hero Academia. He looks amazing. I'm really looking forward to him. One of the fellow YouTubers, Dr. Applesauce, did an unboxing of him already. He got the figure early. If you want to go check it out, he's really awesome. It just looks great. He did a great video revealing him. Then we have another one that I'm also really looking forward to is the Avatar, The Last Airbender. They're having Cabbage Salesman. I have all the Avatar pops so far that have released, and I love the line. I love the show. And I've always, it's a little joke between me and friends. We just will randomly yell, "My cabbages!" And of course, that's him. And he's such a great guy, a great character to add. And it's something I never thought they would make. Another one I need to get from them is Piccolo. I love Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is one of the lines I almost have everything of. And they have him in the meditation stance. And it's so good because it's just so perfect for the character. Because everybody else usually is sitting there training, butting their heart out. And Piccolo's sitting in the corner underneath the tree meditating as his training. And it's just iconic to the character. They're getting 2 marbles. They're getting a t-shirt pop combo, which is the Dark Phoenix. Looks really nice. Very strange because it's like a weird gradient figure. Oh wow, sorry, excuse me. And it looks really good. I don't think I'll be picking this one up because I'm not a real big fan of the Dark Phoenix. I think her comic is a little out there. It's a little crazy for me. And then they're also getting the original version of Nick Fury from the comic books. And for me, I'm probably going to pass on him. I really like the movie version of Nick Fury. It's the one I think of now when I think of Nick Fury. The only time I really think of this version is from the old Spider-Man cartoon. In that one episode when the chameleon changes into him. Yeah, it was a fun scene, but for me, I don't really know him from the comics. So I'm good. Then they're getting I think it's called the Butt Stallion from the new Borderlands game. Looks like an interesting figure. Never really played Borderlands, so but looks great. They're getting the Clown from Outer Space. Very cool pop for horror fans. I'm very glad they actually did a scary movie for the line because they usually don't, especially since this is right around Halloween. It's so great that they're doing one. They're also getting Daria, and not much to say about Daria. Never watched it really. I thought it was kind of weird when I was younger. Just kind of skimmed past it. And the last one is Stranger Things, the new character. I'm sorry I don't have her name written down. I haven't seen season 3 yet. I know I've seen 1 and 2, but I like to save them for Halloween. I think they're fun. And I don't have anybody who's spoiling it for me, so I'm kind of holding off to watch it around Halloween because that's when I love to watch scary things that aren't too scary. Alrighty, let's move on. Okay, so the next one we have is Hot Topic. They're also getting a nice bunch. My number 1 for them is I love Dobby from My Hero Academia. He looks awesome. I love his fire stand that they're giving him. He just really looks good. I'm so glad they're doing the villains now. I love the villains. I love villains in most things. They're usually my favorite characters because they're what drives the story. Like with Disney, I can't collect Disney. They have too many figures. But I love to collect the Disney villains. So you get the iconic villain from each movie, and I just think they're awesome. But I have to say, he looks so good. Another must-get for me from Hot Topic is Vegeta. He's doing the Big Bang where he pretty much blows himself up. It's such a cool attack. I love it. It's really cool that they're actually doing this. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Okay, another awesome one that they're doing is Huntress. I like DC. I'm not a big DC fan, but I do like. I love the old Justice League animated show. I really really love that, and that's where I mostly get my knowledge from DC is from like the old TV shows. Um, Never really did comic books as a kid because they were a little out of my price range, and there wasn't a shop by me. So I never really read the comics. And but she had some awesome episodes in the animated series, and I really liked it. And to be honest, she's always stuck out in my head as a really cool character. So I'm going to try and get her because, yeah, I just really like her. They get one of the Simpsons pops, which Treehouse of Horror ones. They're getting the Willie as the groundskeeper, kind of like as Freddy. He looks really cool. He is probably going to be really popular because these Treehouse of Horror figures are very popular. He looks great. To be honest, they do such a great job with this design of the character because he immediately looks like Willie from Simpsons, but he also really looks like Freddy. So I am looking forward to seeing him in person. I don't know if I'll get him to go with Kane and Kodos, but yeah, sometimes you got to pick and choose because it gets so expensive at this time of year. Who else do they have? They have the new Rick and Morty 2-pack. It's not a 2-pack. I am sorry about saying that. They're getting 2 figures, and it is weird. They have just been leaked, and they are as shrimp. It looks really weird. It's to one of the new episodes that's coming up. I don't know why they can't show us it because to me, it means nothing. I've watched Rick and Morty, and this means nothing to me because I haven't seen the episode yet. And we're going to all see it when they release the figures. And so I don't know why they have to act so secretive. I think it would maybe drive more hype up if they actually showed the figures, and because they look pretty cool. But yeah, and then they have the excuse me, Doctor Who figure. I haven't kept up with Doctor Who. I don't really know him very well. I don't know him, sorry. And so he looks good. I'm glad they're doing a Doctor Who figure for all the fans. And then they get 1 6-inch pop with his Madame Maxine. I like her. I'm a big Harry Potter fan. It was the first books I really loved and actually got me into reading. So I have to thank them from the bottom of my heart for opening a whole world to me. So I am a big Harry Potter fan. So I'm going to try to get her too because, man, she just looks awesome. Alrighty, let's move on to the next location. We'll do a small one again. We'll head to Walmart, which I am so sad that they are getting the Stan Lee. I love Stan Lee. I have all the ones prior from Walgreens exclusives. Walmart exclusives, excuse me. And they're difficult to get. And he's going to be extremely popular because he has, of course, has passed away. And anyway, his figures were already extremely sought after before that. And so this one's a must get for me. I just love it. But once again, I'm really sad that it's with Walmart because they are hard to get, and I get them damaged all the time with shipping. And you don't have any other choice. And you never find them in the store. Alrighty, let's move on to another location. Let's go to Target. Target's getting a couple. They just got announced that they're getting a 2-pack for the new Dark Crystal, which looks pretty good. I need to check that show out. I love the original one, the movie, and I'm a excuse me, big Jim Henson fan. I love the puppetry. I really do. I think it's such a cool art form, and I'm so glad that they did it in the exact same art. I just need to sit down and be able to enjoy it. So I'm looking forward to seeing those in person. Not sure if I'll pick up the figures just because I wasn't able to complete the first set, and most of his things I've kind of missed out on a few of them, and I'm not sure if I want to continue trying to grab them all, especially with the price of these. Another one that's really amazing is the first Hello Kitty one I'm excited for, and it's her as the Statue of Liberty. I love the Statue of Liberty Freddy. I went out of my way and ordered one off eBay because I couldn't get them off the shop. I love I'm from New York, so I love stuff that really depicts New York. It just reminds me of home. And I think it's a great little one. Definitely going to want to check it out. I am not a Hello Kitty fan, but just because it's the Statue of Liberty, I think it's pretty awesome. And then they have another Fortnite one, which I kind of found was a little lazy on their part because it's one of their prior figures, and they just gave it like a paint job with glow in the dark. For anybody who likes Fortnite, it's not something I ever played. As I said in a prior video, I'm a big Overwatch fan, and I prefer to play that to Fortnite if I play a shooter. So let's move on. We got FYE is getting a couple nice ones. They're getting another Simpsons one, which is going to be Mr. Burns as a vampire. Pretty cool looking one. I think this one's going to be really popular, just as I said. Looks just like Mr. Burns. And great job as Dracula. I think it's a really good one. It'll be pretty cool. They're also getting a FYE is getting the 2-pack of Bluntman and Kromek. Don't know this one. Never saw the movie. I know they're from Clerks. That's the only movie I ever saw with them in it. No, Clerks and Dogma. I like Dogma. I would love to see them make stuff for that. I thought that was a really funny one. But this one, them as superheroes, great for conventions. I really love that. But once again, I just don't know this one. And so, once again, a little hole in my knowledge. And then they're getting Debbie Harry. She looks great. Not one I'm going to try to get, but really nice. Good design. Perfect. And then we got, let's head to the next location. So I believe this one is the last location for ones that are officially going to be for the convention that have been leaked. And this one's going to be Toy Tokyo. They're getting the Warrior figure, which is pretty awesome. And they're getting the vinyl Freddy figure. And they're getting the, what is this show called? HR Pufnstuf, if I remember correctly. Sorry about that. And it's going to be 3 separate figures. It's not a 3-pack, which was very confusing when they announced it. It wasn't sure if it was going to be one or each one is getting their own box or not. But an image has leaked, and I'll put it on the screen, that they are going to be 3 separate figures. We are still missing a bunch that have not told us. The Funko shop has 3 that are official, like that have kind of been told that they're going to be there. Miss Marvel, which is I think pretty amazing, cool figure. Might try to get that one off them. And they're getting the vinyl figures, the little 5-star ones for what is his name? I have never seen the movie. Sorry about this. Scott Pilgrim. They always get something for Scott Pilgrim. They're always big. Once again, never saw it. So something I need to remedy. But I don't know. I've not been a big fan of the 5 stars. I wanted to check them out in person before I judged them. Looked at them. I was kind of like, I'd rather buy an actual figure for the price. So I haven't jumped on their bandwagon. But they look like they'll probably be ones that you can get, because I remember the Pez ones when they came out for Scott Pilgrim. They were up for a while. And then they're also getting the Babe Ruth in the batting form, which I think just looks great. I am a big fan of Babe Ruth. Once again, it has to do with being from New York. I just really like him. I like the sports legend line. I'm looking forward to see what they do with it in the future. So far, they hit the nail on the head for me with 2 of them, with Babe Ruth and Muhammad Ali. I love 2 of them. They're such great figures. I'm not a big sports fan, but I do like iconic sports moments. So that works for me more. Yeah, but those are the ones, excuse me, that have been announced. There is a bunch that are missing. There is one that is going to be a con exclusive to begin with, and then should be released on their site, which is for Funimation. It's going to be the Chrome All Might. I'm not a fan of these. I don't like chrome. I think it's a lazy way to make another figure. It has nothing to do with the chrome figures have nothing to do with where they're originally from. The gold ones got me for a hot second when they look like little, like you get a little statue, a gold statue of like a favorite character kind of deal, but they're just oversaturated. I just, for me, I just judge them with my wallet and don't buy them. I only ever bought one, and it was the Spider-Man one, just because I'm a Spider-Man fan, and I was able to find him. But excuse me, I never even bought the went to hunt down the red chrome Spider-Man, and I'm trying to get all the Spider-Man, but I just try to vote with my wallet, saying I'm not a fan of this chrome stuff, and please stop flooding the market with it. And I think other people should just always vote with your wallet. Just don't buy it to buy it. Really be like, this is what I like. This is what I think I want that you to make. So, yeah, there are 2 convention exclusives that have been officially announced, which is the Batman, which is limited to 15,000. Yeah, once again, it goes into that Chrome Batman wave. A lot of people I know who try to go for them pretty much are like, I'm trying to complete the set. They started with it, and they're just kind of annoyed that they're making it so difficult for them to complete. I feel bad for you guys. I'm sorry, but good luck for anybody who's trying to get them. And one I'm really surprised that they're doing is the Matterhorn for the convention. That one feels like it, and it's only 15,000. Excuse me, 15,000 pieces. Oh, I'm saying 1,000. 1,500 pieces for the both of those. My apologies. And they do not. That one feels like it should be a park exclusive for Disneyland. I'm surprised that it's a convention exclusive, to be really honest, and such limited numbers. There are ones that are still missing locations, like, let me round them up. They are, for me, the big one is that I'm still looking for is the Overwatch one for Wrecking Ball. I really hope he's glow in the dark because he's Biohazard. So come on, guys. A little spray paint on the figure, make it glow. Be awesome. There's the Dune one that still has no location. Samurai Jack, big one that has still no location. We have The Office, which has no location. Community, The Last Artist, the Pez, which most likely will be with the Funko shop, with the Hanna-Barbera 2 that they're getting. Those ones are most likely be with their Funko shop because those are always Funko shop. And then we got the ones that they made for the mascots for New York Comic Con, which are the pigeons, which I kind of love. If you ever go to New York, pigeons are everywhere. Pigeons are the New York bird, not by choice. And I just think they're pretty awesome. It's nice to embrace it. I think they did a nice job on them. I'd like to try to get the one in the red suit. I think that one looks the best. Hopefully they're not a 3-pack, because I really don't need 3 of them. Kind of dressed a little different. But they look pretty good, and I would think as a superhero bird is a pretty cool way to go for the convention. So I believe that is everything that has been announced so far. I'm sorry. Please leave me a comment if there's anything I did miss. But oh, I did miss Marty McFly. He has not been announced, pretending to be Darth Vader in the suit. But besides that, I believe that is everything. I wish you all good luck in your hunts. I'm going to definitely try to get most of them online the night before, because I have a few people in where I've moved which buy up the maximum they're allowed to buy, and they usually come as a husband-wife pair. Multiple ones, and camp out all night at the stores and buy up all the ones that will be expensive, like the Dragon Ball Z ones, My Hero Academia. They're going to probably all disappear at my stores before I can wind up there first thing in the morning and get there a couple hours early, and I'll still be too late, which is a real bummer. So I'm going to try to get most of these online. and a good hunt in the morning. But I wish you all good luck, and I hope you all get what you want. And well, depending on how much they made for the last one, I assume that they're going to be in very high quantities, because you can still find a, excuse me, a good number of the San Diego Comic-Con ones at, at their stores. I wonder if they will rectify that and try to dwindle these down to keep them as collectors. We like to not be able to find the figures 6 months later on sale. Or like last time, which bothered me, which I bought the Harry Potter ones from for San Diego Comic-Con, and then like a week later they went on sale. And I was annoyed because I was very tempted to return them and buy them again. I did not, but I was very tempted to do that because I was very insulted that I spent $30 for 2 of them, and I could then go and buy 3 for $20. So yeah, left a very bad taste in my mouth for Barnes & Noble doing that. I understand they probably didn't sell well, and that's hence why they did it. But as a collector and somebody who went the first day and picked them up, I didn't think that was very nice of them. So I hope you all have a wonderful hunt, and I look forward to doing another video for you guys in the future. So thank you guys so much. You guys have a wonderful day, and this is Joe popping up.